We're live, we're local, we're CBS3.
Tonight, improving education. That's what Minnesota's governor hopes to achieve with a brand new plan rolled out today. And keep Minnesota mining jobs, how the 8th District Republican plans to do just that while at odds with one of the president's executive orders. Plus, the Capitol rundown in a brand new segment seen only here on CBS3, a look at the legislation that's flying under the radar in the region.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us tonight. A plan to improve the education of all Minnesota school kids has been in the works for 2 years now. Today, it was unveiled by Governor Tim Walz. The plan, called Due North, is aimed at creating greater equity. Tonight, CBS3's John Cardinelli is breaking down how it works.
On Monday afternoon, Governor Tim Walz unveiled the Due North Education Plan.
It's investing in our children. And again, if that's not good enough, if that doesn't lift you up enough, our state's future is dependent on that.
The plan has been in the works for 2 years, and a diverse group of people put the plan together with one common goal.
Minnesota has long wrestled with deep disparities between white students and Black, Indigenous students, and students of color.
To help fill the gap, the plan calls to create a new Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Center through the Minnesota Department of Education, a center that is already hiring staff.
It allows us to support our schools in providing educational experiences and value the student culture and their identity.
The plan also addresses the issue of students' mental health during the pandemic by hiring more counselors and resource officers for schools.
It also focuses on building out the necessary mental health and social emotional learning supports for all students and builds on strengthening community and school partnerships.
Governor Walz says the pandemic has brought many of the issues in his plan to the forefront, and now is the time to begin working on fixing them.
It starts with education. It stems from this, and this plan can get us there.
Governor Walz was asked how much this plan would cost. He says he will address that tomorrow when he presents the state budget. Let's get a look at the weather now. Dave, clear on the Minnesota side of the border, which is making it feel extra cold out there tonight, huh?
Yeah, and cloudier for Wisconsin and the UP, where it's going to be warmer with a touch of lake effect snow for the South Shore. But for Minnesotans, thanks to a clear sky and actual air temps as cold as 20 below, feels like temperatures will be in the 30 below range, so wind chill advisory until noon tomorrow. Bundle up if you have to work overnight outdoors, especially, and think of the animals too, of course. Take the necessary precautions to protect the critters. As far as that South Shore lake effect goes, by tomorrow evening, it could add up to about a half or even a full inch of snow there. Snow's been in short supply for many parts of our town, and frankly, on the Minnesota side of life, Tuesday is going to be on the clear side and the chilly side, starting at about 5 below at the head of the lakes and topping out only around 12. This cold snap will be with us for much of the week ahead, but by the weekend, we will warm up and we'll all get a chance for some snow. I'll talk about the odds in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Minnesota is making changes to the COVID vaccination registration process. Appointments will now be on a lottery basis. Online registration opens at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning and will stay open for 24 hours. The call center will be open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday. Anyone 65 and older, teachers, or child care workers can register. Now, after that window closes, the state will randomly fill appointments from the pool of people who registered. As we mentioned, you can register online or by phone.
Anyone who registered and received vaccine the first week and then this coming week will be automatically signed up and registered to receive vaccine when that 3-week window comes for the second dose.
Over the weekend, the pilot clinic in Mountain Iron vaccinated nearly 1,200 people. We have much more information, including the phone number to register, on our website, cbs3duluth.com. People aged 65 and older can now get the COVID-19 vaccine in Wisconsin. Today was the first day they were eligible. Health officials in the state are saying this is one of the most important things they'll ever do in their lifetime. Police, fire, healthcare workers, and more have already started receiving the vaccine. Now, one woman who got the vaccine today says getting the shot is important for others to do as well.
Well, I was not very excited about doing it, but I knew I had to do it. I mean, I'm glad I had the shot, and now I don't need to worry about it.
The vaccine has a significant impact on your chance of not only acquiring the infection, but if you do acquire the infection, how sick you become. So it's something that we really want to support, and I think it's it's a instrumental step really in, coming out of this crisis.
Health officials say it could be months before the vaccine is available to the general public. Several cases of the new COVID-19 variant have been found in Michigan. That news came from the chief medical executive for the state's Health and Human Services Department. The new variant of COVID-19 is called B117 and is more easily spread from person to person. Health officials with the state say there are at least 17 confirmed variant cases across 2 counties in the eastern portion of the state. Experts say there are likely more cases to come.
This variant is more easily spread from person to person, and that means that for any given case, it will likely infect more people and lead to more spread. And this means possibly more cases overall, more hospitalizations and deaths.
Experts also say the current COVID-19 vaccine will work against this variant. With President Biden's decision to halt construction on the Keystone XL pipeline fresh on many people's minds, a Northland congressman is working to keep that from happening to Minnesota mining jobs. CBS 3's Emma Quinn explains Congressman Pete Stauber's new legislation.
Stauber's bill is called the Saving America Mines Act. It would prevent any president from putting a stop to mining of critical minerals on federal land. Stauber, a Republican, pointed to the Obama administration's move to end mineral withdrawals in the Superior National Forest at the end of his presidency. That decision blocked Twin Metals' proposed copper-nickel mine near the Boundary Waters from moving forward. Stauber praised President Trump for reversing that decision, but now he wants to make sure Biden doesn't switch course again. Stauber's new legislation would mean Congress would be involved and have a say in those decisions. Stauber says mining projects here in the Northland and all across the country provide local jobs and enhance our economy.
Many other cases, they use child labor to mine these critical minerals, and we can do it best here, good-paying jobs, and bring these jobs and keep these jobs right here in northern Minnesota.
So far, there has been no public action from the Biden administration on mining. This bill was Stauber's first that he introduced this session. Now, Stauber says he's hopeful it will get bipartisan support, with Minnesota's other Republican representatives also signing on.
Thanks, Emma. Meanwhile, with new grant funding, the Duluth City Council and the Workforce Development Team are one step closer to helping people in need find jobs. The City Council accepted a $20,000 grant from the Duluth Superior Area Community Foundation at tonight's meeting. The funding will help distribute 100 computers and hotspot devices to workforce customers who don't have a way of searching for jobs online. City Councilor Zach Filipovich says in a time when so many are working from home, the need for technology assistance has increased more than ever.
This is trying to help fill that gap, is that technology piece where people simply do not have the technology to be able to plug in and use those online resources that many of us are able to enjoy.
The computers and devices will be distributed in March. Those eligible to apply for a device are veterans, people who have a disability, SNAP recipients, older adults, and more. No tax increases. That's the message from Senate Republicans tonight as they lay out their big-ticket items for this year's legislative session in Minnesota. We explain why and dig into a big vaccination question in Wisconsin in this week's Capitol Rundown. In Minnesota tonight, Senate Republicans are laying out priorities for the 2021 legislative session. Among them are working to safely reopen schools and businesses to recover the state's economy. They hope to balance the budget without raising taxes and say they will not entertain the idea of increases to gas, income, or sales taxes. The message from the GOP is that the state needs to be smarter about using their finances. They say they will advance Minnesota out of the COVID shutdowns and work to return to normal life.
We do have a budget shortfall as a result of COVID and not reducing spending all the way back since last April. And so as we do this two-year budget, no raise in taxes.
House Democrats are also pointing to recovery from the pandemic as a priority. They've introduced a package of bills to assist workers as well as families and small businesses struggling due to the ongoing pandemic, among other things. Meanwhile, a bill making its way through the Wisconsin Capitol would make it so your employer can't require you to get the COVID-19 vaccine. The bill, which recently advanced out of committee hearings, only has Senate Republican support so far.
The legislation would apply to not only those currently employed, but also any future jobs. That means a potential employer cannot refuse to hire someone who hasn't been vaccinated. In Michigan, a bill that seeks to hold drug dealers more accountable for overdose deaths. Senate Bill 14 says if someone sells Schedule 1 and 2 drugs to a person and the purchaser dies of an overdose, the seller could be found guilty of a felony and face life in prison. Drugs included range from heroin, meth, Vicodin, cocaine, and more. Marijuana is excluded.
And finally, Minnesota's governor is expected to present his $50 billion budget proposal tomorrow with a big focus on bouncing back from the pandemic. CBS 3 will have all the details on Tuesday. If there's a piece of legislation you want us to look into, send it directly to me at amat@cbs3duluth.com and we'll dig into it for you. And stay tuned for Capitol Rundown every Monday night at 10. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, last week 100 members of the Minnesota National Guard were shipped to protect their capital. How the 148th participated, coming up next.
Normal high temp this time of year, 19. Normal low, 1 above. Tomorrow, Wisconsin and the UP could be close to that, but colder than normal for Minnesota. We'll talk about how low the temps will go coming up right after our break.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS 3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Still a traffic jam. Just better views. Still your to-do list. Just getting more done. Still packing up. Just a little easier. The Chevy Silverado, making life's journey just better.
Right now, get $4,750 cash allowance on this 2021 Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. Visit TrueNorthChevyDealers.com.
We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
Hello.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
Ask J3 Insurance in Duluth if auto owners make sense for you.
The world changed in an instant, but at MediaCom, we were ready. And as internet traffic increased, we never slowed down. Schools and businesses went virtual, and we powered a new reality. For more than 20 years, we've been building a future-ready network to keep you ahead of it all. And now, MediaCom will be among the first to take you to 10G. We're making the next giant leap forward in internet technology and taking you further than you can imagine.
Everybody likes something for nothing. Now at Home Furniture, when you spend $2.99 for something, like this sofa, you'll pay nothing down, nothing for interest until 2022, nothing for sales tax, and nothing for shipping. Shop your favorite furniture and mattresses, and you can have them with nothing down, nothing for interest until 2022, nothing for sales tax, and nothing for shipping. Now that's something. The Something for Nothing sale going on now and only at Home Furniture. There's no place like home.
Have you guys tried the brain freeze?
No, brain freeze sounds disgusting.
You know what? Sour gummy worms.
Oh, I love it. It's so good. You guys have to try it.
What about dragon's blood?
I feel like that'd be like a champion.
You just missed the tobacco industry's latest scam.
Have you guys tried the...
Because you were supposed to. Tobacco companies use tempting flavors to hook kids on nicotine. Unfortunately, it's working.
Do you want some?
Sure. See what you've been missing at missingitmn.org.
Some things are just too important to leave out of your day. Make sure we aren't one of them. Live, local, CBS 3. When severe weather hits, tune to CBS 3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, folks in Minnesota facing a wind chill advisory overnight, so let's talk about how the wind chill factor is affecting folks here by taking a close-up look, and it feels like it's 14 below in International Falls at the moment, 8 degrees below zero at the Hibbing-Chisholm Airport, 10 below at Duluth International, but into Wisconsin and Michigan, not much of a wind chill factor going on there. In fact, actual air temperatures should hold above zero in that part of the world, but actual air temperatures for Minnesotans could go as cold as 20 below or so up towards International Falls. So on the heels of the weekend snow, we've got the Arctic chill coming across for much of the week ahead, but not all of it by next weekend. We could warm up, and that's when we get our next chance of snow. First, though, we talk about the current conditions at Duluth International. It's 4 above. Relative humidity is 58%, and the north wind, it's going 9 miles per hour. Overnight could kick up towards 15, and that's what will help trigger that wind chill advisory for northern Minnesota. Air pressure right now, 30.24 inches of mercury. Definitely on the higher side is Canadian. High pressured air comes across the border to take over our entire region by midweek, even though Wisconsin and Michigan off the hook right now. 2 above, current actual air temp and waters meet 7 for Ironwood, still 19 towards LaPointe and Red Cliff and Bayfield, 8 Hayward, 9 Solon Springs, and 12 in Superior. But getting into Minnesota, down to 2 below for International Falls, 2 below for Ely as well, and a few degrees above zero along the Mesabi Range. So it's going to get chilly by tomorrow morning, like I've been thinking and saying. 20 below International Falls, maybe 5 below for Duluth, and 0 to 5 above then for the rest of the region. So now let's talk about the clearing sky coming into Minnesota thanks to the Arctic high pressure taking over. Clouds, though, are going to get a little bit thicker and linger just a little bit longer here in northern Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula, and could trigger a little bit of lake effect snow, too. It's a northerly wind, big lake in between, and that could be a ½ to 1 inch or so of snow through tomorrow for folks in the snow belt. But then by midweek here, the high pressure system takes over with its cold tentacles, everybody here in the upper Midwest, until perhaps Friday. Then Friday, trough of lower pressure. Right now it's an upper level trough of lower pressure. By the time it gets to us on Saturday, it could be a full-fledged low pressure system, but it could start Friday night with flurries. Saturday's a chance for at least a little light snow, and then it wraps up on Sunday with flurries once again. Now let's get into that 7-day forecast. Tonight in Minnesota, your real world air temperatures could go towards 20 below inland, maybe 0 right by the lake. And don't forget, there's a wind chill factor to worry about for Minnesotans tonight. Wisconsin, Michigan, your low temps go from 0 to 6 above, and you guys get a mostly cloudy sky with those South Shore flurries possible. Tomorrow, partly sunny in Wisconsin and Michigan with UP flurries continuing, high temps upper teens, close to normal. But cooler than normal for much of Minnesota, 2 to 13 inland, 17 by the lake. But a clear to partly cloudy sky will make for a beautiful picture. And that picture could get even prettier with a lot of sunshine on Wednesday, but that'll be the coldest of the cold, and it even hits 10 below in Duluth and Superior. Starting to slowly warm up, though, by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Tony. Okay. As I mentioned, those are the 3 days with snow. Latest models indicate light stuff, but as always, we have to be vigilant in case it decides to get just a little bit sassier.
Before the weekend gets here, bundle up. My goodness, might be time to break out that electric blanket, huh?
Oh, yeah?
Cold?
I've done it
Tonight.
already.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Getting old. I turned the thermostat up, too.
Got it. All right. Thanks, Dave. Well, with just 2 days to prepare, 100 Duluth National Guard members deployed to the Capitol last week. Their mission? Inauguration security. After arriving in Washington, D.C., the airmen from the 148th Fighter Wing took part in riot training. They were stationed near the Washington Monument and say everyone they spoke to was happy to have them there, but the environment was tense. 26,000 members responded to D.C. after the riot in early January. A show of force and unity with guardsmen from all 50 states. 148th Master Sergeant Tyler Rosen says they were grateful no violence flared up.
We accomplished that mission. Everything was smooth and safe, and we all came home fine. But it was very surreal to just be there waiting to see what would happen.
You might remember the flag set up on the National Mall representing all the people who could not attend the inauguration. Some Minnesota Guard members were given flags to take home as a souvenir from their time serving at the Capitol. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, former President Trump is facing his second impeachment trial. We'll have more details from the Capitol next.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Winter is here, and there's no better way to take on the Northland's toughest season than in a new all-wheel drive Ford SUV. Warm up today with great winter features like mobile remote start and heated front seats. Plus, for a limited time, get up to $4,000 total cash on a Ford Escape. Tackle the snow in an Edge with up to $6,000 total cash. Or add an Explorer to your garage with up to $5,000 total cash. Your chance to save big on a Ford SUV won't last. Hurry to your local Northland Ford dealer today.
Enhance your quality of life. Increase your mobility. Achieve your potential. For specialized, individualized care, call Northern Orthotic and Prosthetic Center, providing the professional care you deserve. Northern Orthotic and Prosthetic Center, serving people throughout northern Minnesota, Wisconsin, and upper Michigan.
Play It Again Sports in Duluth is the only location north of the Twin Cities where you can get a free CCM skate foot scan. Find the right skates the first time with this precise measurement. Play It Again Sports has skates and equipment for any skater. Stop in today.
We're in your neighborhood with news that matters to you.
For the Christmas weekend has come and gone.
A 6-month search has ended in Ashland, and folks
accepted a proposal to turn the broke-down palace building
for 2021 was set at 17. Join us weeknights. We're live at 5 as we go around the Northland, city by city.
Heart attacks and strokes happen, even in the midst of COVID-19, and at least one will occur while you're watching this. Heart attacks and strokes are medical emergencies. If you experience symptoms of a heart attack or stroke, do not delay seeking care. Call 911 immediately. Hospitals are prepared and can safely treat you. Visit cdc.gov/coronavirus to learn more.
Fire threatens everything in its path. When it threatens our communities, we respond. We bring the fight to the front line. The Army National Guard stands ready because sometimes the front lines are in our own backyard. We will always be there when our community needs us the most. Find out more about serving your community part-time by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Arctic Cat snowmobile sale happening now at RJ Sport & Cycle.
Some things are just too important to leave out of your day. Make sure we aren't one of them. Live, local, CBS3.
Join us weeknights. We're live at 5 as we go around the Northland, city by city.
Former President Donald Trump will be tried for impeachment by the Senate for a second time next month. He's facing a single charge which claims he incited the attack on Congress earlier this month. Skylar Henry reports from Capitol Hill.
The House of Representatives officially delivered an article of impeachment to the Senate on Monday evening. It accuses former President Trump of inciting insurrection on January 6th when a crowd of supporters stormed the Capitol.
Wherefore, Donald John Trump, by such conduct, has demonstrated that he will remain a threat to national security, democracy, and the Constitution.
The move automatically triggers a second Senate trial for the former president. On Tuesday, senators will be sworn in as members of the impeachment court. Vermont Democrat Patrick Leahy, the Senate's president pro tempore, will preside, not Chief Justice John Roberts. A trial is scheduled to begin the week of February 8th.
There's no clearly marked path for navigating an impeachment trial for somebody who's no longer president.
A number of Republicans have said it's too late to impeach Mr. Trump.
I think it's a moot point. He is a former president.
New Majority Leader Chuck Schumer dismissed that argument.
The theory that the Senate can't try former officials would amount to a constitutional get-out-of-jail-free card for any president who commits an impeachable offense.
Security remains tight here on Capitol Hill. Law enforcement officials tell CBS News that new threats are being directed at lawmakers involved in the impeachment process.
That's one reason why some 5,000 National Guard troops are going to stay in Washington until at least the middle of March. It's unclear how long the impeachment trial will last. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
At least 17 Republican votes will be needed to convict Trump. If that happens, the Senate would then hold another vote on whether the former president should be disqualified from holding public office ever again. Still ahead in sports, Grand Rapids Greenway looking to keep its hot streak alive. Kelly's in next.
Welcome to the Kelly Clarkson Show!
Hi, I'm Steve Little, owner of Your Home Improvement Company. 2020 was an unbelievable year for all of us. As a family-owned and operated business, we have been doing our best to stay focused on you this past year with our zero interest and zero payments until 2022 program. Thank you for allowing us to assist you in updating your most lived-in asset during this difficult time, your home. From all of us at your home improvement company, Bath Planet, and my family to yours, have a healthy, happy, and safe new year.
First 6-function multi-pro tailgate available on the GMC Sierra. Get $5,500 purchase cash on 2021 Sierra light-duty crew cab models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get an additional $750 purchase allowance. Plus, eligible GM card members get $1,000 bonus earnings.
Visit your Lake Country GMC dealer.
Angie's Closet is a consignment boutique that carries designer brand women's clothing and accessories in all shapes, sizes, and styles that are friendly on your wallet. Come let Angie and her team style you from head to toe in an outfit that is just your style. We feature fashionable accessories, locally made candles, and more. We are honored to have been voted the best consignment store in the Northland for 2020. Angie's Closet appreciates you shopping local. Shop in-store, online, or curbside pickup. Tower Avenue, Superior.
When most people have ended their day, ours is just starting. Good morning. I'm Jenna Wells. When news and weather happen overnight, we're there.
As stories break in your neighborhood,
you can count on us to bring you the details.
For scores and more, we've got you covered. Hi, I'm Kelly Hinsett.
Why? Because the news that matters to you matters to us.
Plus, this is our home, too.
We're live.
We're local. We're CBS3.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me to understand how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me at work when I lead by example. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
This year's been just a huge year. We've had everything going on with the pandemic. It's hard to not have your heart go out to those people, the millions that have been impacted by that. That's why we do what we do, to try and keep people in the know. What's going on with this? When is it going to end? When's the vaccine going to be here? How is this impacting you? Where are resources to help you get through the pandemic and keep you and your family safe through all of this?
For coverage that matters most to you, tune to Live Local CBS3. Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Well, the Duluth Marshall girls basketball team has come out flying of the gate starting this season, looking to keep a 0 in their loss column again tonight. To the hardwood, the Hilltoppers looking to stay unbeaten, hosting ESCO. We'll pick it up in the first half. A scramble for the loose ball. It ends up in the hands of Mallory Sonneborg, who finishes the layup. ESCO up 11 at this point. Marshall trying to hang around. Gianna Neepkins with the steal and the drive to the bucket and draws the foul. She would complete the three-point play. Hilltoppers clawing away at the deficit. Neepkins finds a wide-open Marlia Berzoic for the easy layup. However, ESCO just too good down low. Brenna Stark gets the bucket to go. ESCO stuns, hands Duluth Marshall their first loss of the season, 62-59, the final. And to the ice, Duluth Northern Stars looking to get back in the win column, hosting a red-hot Grand Rapids Greenway team. In the first, Mercury Bischoff sends it between the circles, lets a wrister go for the game's opening goal. Mercury would not be done. Puck to the point. She's there to clean up the rebound. She would finish with 4 goals. Oh, she's just an 8th grader. Still the first. Some great passing here now by Mercury. She sets up captain Claire Vekic to make it 3-0 GRG. They get the shutout, winning big 6-0, the final. Up at St. Luke's Sports and Events Center, an interstate battle between Proctor and Superior. The Spartans coming up, fired and ready to go. In this one, on the power play, Lucas Williams to Carter Pettit. Superior leads at 1-0 after 1, and they ramped it up even further in the second. Once again, on the man advantage, Tyler Friedrich to Drew Shart. The one-timer makes it 2-0. Give credit to Proctor, who didn't let up, though. Juicy pass from Carter Kalin over. But Sam Johnson was having none of that sequence. A couple of great saves there. In the end, though, Superior was too much. Carson Gottlier getting in on the action. The Spartans get their 4th win of the season, 5-0, the final. Be sure to tune in to Thursday Night Face-Off. this Thursday, where we highlight all the latest storylines from high school hockey in the Northland. That is Thursday in the CBS3 News at 10. It was truly a weekend of firsts for the UMD men's hockey team. First series sweep of the year, first few games back after getting last weekend postponed, and a lot of first-time goal scorers. 9 goals in total in the sweep over Western Michigan. 2 of those yesterday came from first-time goal scorers, and in a matter of a minute and 7 seconds, Connor Kelly and Ben Almquist both netted their first collegiate goals in the 4-1 win.
I mean, it's kind of like, you know, the St. Cloud weekend where, you know, Blake and Luca, you know, they got those goals, and obviously they got us going a little bit early on with the power plays and couldn't really get through our 4-line rotation the right way. And, you know, I think that was like their first shift, so it was a good shift. Hopefully we keep it going.
Yeah, that was huge. A guy like Benny who worked so hard, like all the guys were just really happy for him, and we just feed off that energy, like you said, and we just took it to our advantage at the end of the first.
We've got another jam-packed weekend of college hockey in store for the UMD men's hockey team. Both games against Miami University will be on the My9 Sports Network. Join us for Puck Drop at Friday at 6 p.m. and Saturday at 4 p.m. That is going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
Here are some quick tips for a safer shopping experience. Though reusable bags are great for the environment, they can be a carrier for bacteria. Before shopping, please wash all bags. Try to keep 6 feet or 2 shopping carts of distance between you and other shoppers. Plan ahead so your trip can be quick and efficient. Though cash is accepted at most businesses, cash can transfer bacteria. When possible, try to use cards to lessen the risk of spreading illness. With your help, we can keep our neighbors healthy and workers safe.
I don't think any other year is ever going to be like 2020. I never thought that I would go through something like this ever in my life. This pandemic's not an isolated thing to our country or to our state or to our city. This is something that's affecting the world, and that just shows really how interconnected we all are. And I think that's why news is so important, because news is kind of like that lifeline to kind of bring that information out and bring us all together.
Watch Jenna and Caitlin in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear. Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Our schools provide so much more than just learning support.
The school year didn't start out the way that we wanted it to, but who's to say it won't be better at the end?
We need to slow the spread so our economy has a chance to recover.
So our kids can be in school and be on the ice.
And we can keep our friends and families safe. For our students and teachers.
For our essential workers.
For the people you love.
Thank you for doing your part. Go Hunters!
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men, celebrating 30 years in business in 2021 with 30% off store-wide, downtown Duluth.
Who let the dogs in? Well, the Bidens did. The Bidens' 2 German Shepherds, Champ and Major, joined the first family in their new residence, the White House, on Sunday. The spokesperson for Jill Biden said Champ is enjoying his new dog bed by the fireplace, while Major loved running around on the south lawn. Champ joined the Biden family in 2008, shortly before Biden became vice president. The family later fostered Major from the Delaware Humane Association and officially adopted him 2 years ago in November of 2018. Dave, if you've got dogs, cats, chickens, goats, I don't care what it is, you might want to bring them inside tonight because it's going to get cold out there.
Yeah, especially in Minnesota, Tony. It might be more tolerable towards Wisconsin and Michigan where the low temps will go from 0 to 6 above. But in Minnesota tonight, actual air temps could go towards 20 below, and the feels like wind chill factor could be in the 30 below range. That's because of Arctic air taking over for much of the week ahead. In fact, by Wednesday, the heart of the cold will be upon us, and even here in Duluth, we'll only have a high of 8 above, but it warms up for the weekend, and then we get a snow chance.
Thanks, Dave. That's your Monday night news. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you again tomorrow night.